Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe for another action figure review. And today we're going to be talking about the brand new Mezco 112 Collective, Mezco Direct exclusive, Deluxe Joker figure. And we're going to jump right into it. Here's a look at the box. You got the purple front, the purple and green design. You have the Joker logo in the middle, the Mezco Direct logo up there on the top, Mezco 112 Collective, all that cool stuff. On the side of the box, it's all green with the cool J logo. On the back, you have some awesome Joker artwork with some ha 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 ha's everywhere. And it all looks nice. I like that it's collector friendly and it's a smaller version of the typical Mezco packaging, and that's what they do a lot of times with the Mezco Direct exclusive. So let's take a look at the figure. And here's Joker out of the packaging, and as usual, let's start off with the articulation. There's not going to be any surprises because it's the same body that they used on the standard release, so there's nothing different there, and it's very similar to the body that Mezco uses for the Star Trek figures. So it does have a little less articulation than some of the superhero stuff, but I think it has pretty much everything that it needs except for maybe one point of articulation that I wish was different. But let's get into it, starting with his head. So it's able to move side to side. You could get it to go all the way around. His head is a little different from the typical Mezco figure because the neck and the head is just all one piece, and you get all your articulation from the lower neck where the neck and the torso meet. So some of it's a little restricted, so you can't really get his head to go all the way down. It does go down a fine amount, but you can't bury his chin into his chest or anything, and you can't really get him to look straight up. But using his torso, it kind of helps you out, so you could get him to kind of be looking up at Batman. So that's pretty good, but it's a little different, and I do like this because it makes the sculpt look more realistic and stuff, so that's very cool. And then for his torso, he has the typical Mezco setup where it has the two joints, where you have the mid-torso joint and then a joint at the waist, and using both of them, it actually gets a really nice amount of movement. You could kind of get him to crunch to about there. You could get him to go back to about there. Oops, got his arm all screwed up here. But you could get him to go back to about there, and then you could get him to, let's fix him up a little bit, you could get him to tilt to the side a really nice amount using both of these. So check that out, that's really cool. And then you could twist pretty much from the mid torso. Here is where you're going to get most of your twist, but it does twist a little bit at the waist, but more so in the mid torso. And now for his arms, he doesn't have ball jointed shoulders. It just has a shoulder joint that plugs into the torso, so you don't have any upper bicep swivel. And let's see here, his arms are able to go to about there before the jacket stops it. And you get a little more movement without the jacket, but not much, so I just decided to keep the jacket on here. But yeah, you could get to about there. You could get it to go back more because the jacket's open, obviously. And then you could get his arms to come out to the side. And like I mentioned, there's no upper bicep swivel. And this is where he lacks a joint that I wish was different, because on this body it's only a single jointed elbow. And that kind of sucks, but it's not horrible. It also has a swivel. The one thing though is I heard they're going to be using the same joint setup for the upcoming Netflix Punisher. I kind of think that that's a bad decision, but you know, like I said, it's not horrible. It still works fine. You just can't, you can't get him really to reach his hat without his head turning to the side. And I mean, I could kind of forgive it with Joker, but I think it's going to be less forgivable with Punisher. But we'll see. And then for the hands, you have a swivel and a hinge. And then for his legs, you probably want to be careful, but his joints are able to go all the way out, but his pants probably aren't. You can see that they kind of start to get tight there, but you probably don't want to put Joker in the splits anyways. But his legs do come all the way out to the side. Go to the back a little bit. They could kick forward a really nice amount. And then you have the upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. You've got a swivel here at the foot, and then you have some rocking motion. That's pretty decent. Oh yeah, check it out, it's pretty good. And you could go forward to about there, come up to about there. So yeah, I think the articulation's pretty decent on him. I do wish that he had double jointed elbows, but aside from that, I'm happy with it. And now for the accessories, they really went all out because that's pretty much what makes this figure a deluxe version of the Joker. They put out a standard version of Joker, which is almost pretty much the same figure except for a little bit of a different paint design, and the suit is a little bit different, but for the most part it's pretty much the same figure. So the thing that makes this deluxe is the fact that they went crazy with the accessories. So let's start off with the hands. He comes with a pair of fists, he comes with a pair of gripping hands, he comes with the right hand that's holding a Joker card. He has one open hand for his left side, and then he has one trigger finger only for his right side. And then he comes with 5 different heads. How insane is that? That's awesome. So he comes with the head that's wearing a hat, and the hat is not removable. And then he comes with the head that has a smirk and kind of like an evil smile. And this head really reminds me of his look from Arkham Asylum. Obviously the face isn't as scarred up as the video game or anything, but it reminds me of that. And then you have like an angry face. And I like this one okay, it's decent, but I kind of wish that it was a smiling, weird, angry face, if that makes any sense. He just kind of looks angry, and I kind of feel like Joker should pretty much always be smiling. And then you have a crazy laughing face. And this head is pretty much the same as the one that came with the standard release. And then you have like a, I guess you could say battle damage, just a pretty much beat up face with a closed eye, missing some teeth. And that's really cool. And for his weapons, he comes with a bunch of cool stuff too. He comes with a pistol. He comes with a Uzi or a machine gun, whatever you want to call it. He comes with a combat knife, a straight blade razor, a pack of dynamite with a timer on it. He comes with the muzzle flare, just like the Punisher figures, with the bullet in the end of it. He comes with some chattering teeth. And then he comes with the crowbar. And of course he comes with the Mezco Stand, and I originally thought that this stand was going to be the same as the one that came with the standard Joker, but it's actually different. It's different colors and stuff, but it's a typical Mezco Stand. It has the peg. I like that it has like the printed ha 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 laughing on here because it kind of prevents it from getting scratched, so that's a plus when it comes to this stand. And like usual, you have the peg here that you could use the arm to pop off. And let's see here, you just press that in there, get the peg out. And then you have an articulated arm if you want to pose Joker flying for whatever reason. And very quickly, I want to take some time to take a closer look at the details on all the accessories because they really went all out. Starting with the dynamite here, check it out. You can see like wires. There's a clock on there that looks very nice. You can see all kinds of gadgets and weird things going on. And it just looks really cool. There's some nice paint details on there. There's some black like detailing. It's mostly red, but it does look very cool. And then for the guns, like a lot of Mezco guns, the clips or the magazines can come out and they could be replaced. And each gun comes with a spare magazine. So same thing with the pistol here. And the pistol's nice. It has like a purple grip to match the Joker. And the pistol could actually be cocked back, which is cool because I feel like we haven't seen that in a while. Probably haven't seen that since the Deluxe Punisher. And then you have the crowbar that looks really cool because it has some blood on it, so you know you could get him to beat down Robin or whatever you want to do. And then you have this little knife that looks very nice too. This one kind of seems like a combat knife or something. It doesn't really scream Joker to me, but it's okay because it came with this knife that does scream Joker to me. And that's cool because I don't think we've ever seen like a straight blade razor with any kind of figure, or not in this scale anyways. But yeah, that's cool, and it kind of hinges, and it does pop out if you pull it too hard. So you got to be careful, but that is awesome. I like that a lot. And I like these chattering teeth too, because we got a set of these with the original Joker. So it's cool that they included it in here, but they changed it up. I like the gold tooth there, and the paint details. Mine has a little paint flaw on the back there, but it's okay. And just a heads up, on my original Joker, my standard release, the key actually broke off on mine, so be very careful when you're handling that. But yeah, all these accessories are awesome, and it's very cool that they included all these Joker specific things for a deluxe version of Joker. So, and then he comes with a great looking trench coat, and it has like a leather feel, but it doesn't feel cheap at all. It's really very nice. I didn't think I'd like this jacket as much as I do, but it's really cool. It reminds me of like an old school 40s kind of gangster. And I think that's the whole look they're going for with this Joker. And especially this hat definitely lends itself to that too. So yeah, this looks really good. And you have like a wire in the belt here, so you could pose that around if you'd like. There's no wire in the jacket itself. But yeah, look at that. Check that out. I like this a lot. It definitely restricts his movement. You can take the jacket off if you like, and then put the trench coat on, and then you'll probably free up his arms a little bit, but probably not much. This material's thick, and it's just kind of tough to move his arms around. So you gotta have some patience to get him into some cool poses. And yeah, but look at that. I like that a lot. I think that's very well done. You got some buttons on here, kinda. They're not actual buttons. They're just, you know, little pieces of leather or plastic or something that kind of imitate buttons. It's not like they could button up or anything. That would have been cool though. But yeah, just as it is, it looks awesome. I like that. I like the jacket a lot. The stitching's very clean. and everything just looks really good on it. And then of course we have some size comparisons. So here he is with the DC Icons Nightwing and the DC Icons Harley Quinn. Here he is with the Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Ant-Man and the Marvel Legends Juggernaut Wave Wolverine. Here he is with the Mezco Black Adam and the Mezco Deathstroke. Here he is with a couple other Mezco side exclusives. On the left we have the Ascending Knight Batman, and on the right we have the Nightmare Batman. And then here he is next to the Figure Arts Donatello and the Mattel Master Chief from Halo. And here are the two Mezco Joker figures. On the left here we have the standard version, and on the right obviously we have the deluxe version. And I'll have to say that I like the way that the colors work on the deluxe version a lot more than the standard version. I've always liked this figure, but it was just too much purple. Over here you have it's broken up a lot. You have like a green shirt under there, you have the orange vest, and even the suit itself has like stripes. I guess it's like pinstripes, you could say. The shoes are brown versus purple. Over here on the standard version he's pretty much just all purple, but he's still a great figure. And I kind of thought that when I got this one I was gonna want to sell the standard version, but I think they're different enough to keep both of them, and they look cool together. I could probably maybe find a way to put a different head on this Joker and it could be like a goon or something. One thing I'll say that the standard version has over the deluxe one is that he came with this cool revolver that really screams Joker to me, and the deluxe version didn't, which was kind of crazy because I think this gun works well with the whole like gangster setup that they did with this. You know, when you put the jacket on, I think it'd be cool to have the jacket and the revolver, but you could cross the accessories here and then problem solved, you know. And one thing I'll say too is it seems like the head on the standard Joker is a little bit more detailed. And I mean, they have the same sculpting quality, but this one seems to have a little bit more paint details in there. There's a little, you could see a little bit more of the creases. Maybe that's just on mine, but it seems like the creases aren't as defined on the deluxe version. But overall, I'd say I like the deluxe version better. I do wish the hat came off. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but the hat doesn't come off, so it's stuck on this head. But yeah, it'd be cool to throw it on that head and see how it looked, but it's okay. And as for the details on Joker, obviously they did an amazing job on him. I love the stripes on the suit. I feel like that kind of caught me by surprise. I feel like maybe I didn't know that it had stripes on the suit, but once I opened the figure and I saw it on there, I really liked it. I think it definitely breaks up the suit, doesn't look so solid, looks very nice. And I love the orange vest under here. I like that they tried to make it look like there was buttons on there, but you know, they're not. They're convincing enough, but they could have. I think they could have been a little bit better, but they still look fine. I love the tie under there. I love the green shirt. Yeah, everything about this figure is awesome. And like I said, it's a huge improvement over the other one, and I like the other one. You got the brown shoes, and just like the original Joker, he has Batman socks, but in this case, he has green socks instead of yellow. And yeah, check it out. He's just awesome. Really, really cool. And just one more thing in comparison to the original standard version, this one feels more Joker specific because of the color scheme and just the overall feel of the figure. The other one just kind of felt like a guy in a purple suit. This one feels more Joker to me. And let's take a minute to take off his jacket so you could kind of see how the arms look. One thing you got to be careful of with this figure is it seems like the ball joint is splitting. It's not broken or anything, but it's splitting kind of like a Revoltech joint or something. So be very careful when you're messing with it. But let's get this jacket off just real quick. And the jacket does come off really easy. Again, he has these very plain white arms. I do wish there were some details to at least kind of match the skin tone of the face. But I'm going to keep him covered anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But I know a lot of people like to remove the jacket and take pictures of him like that. But it's just very white and plain. But he does look pretty cool without the jacket. All the stitching on him is done really, really nice. Check out the collar there and along the vest, the arms. Everything looks very good. Stitching all in there looks very nice and clean. And now for a quick look at each one of these head sculpts, I'll try to go through them really quick, but I like this one a lot. I love the way the teeth look. Like I mentioned before, I feel like the lines aren't as defined as the standard Joker, but that's okay. It still looks really, really good. I'm a little disappointed that the hat doesn't come off, but again, I'm not crazy upset about it. I was just a little surprised that the hat was stuck on there. But yeah, I love the sculpting work on the head. The paint work looks nice. It still kind of has like a waxy kind of look to him, just like the other Joker did. But you know, it still looks very good. And then you have the battle damaged head sculpt that looks really nice. He definitely looks like Batman brought it to him. He's missing some teeth, his eyes swollen shut, and look at that, it just looks really, really cool. And the hair is sculpted really nice. It just looks all messed up. And I love the fact that he's smiling right here. I think that's perfect. And then you have this head again, which is pretty much the same head that came with the standard version, like I mentioned before. But it looks awesome. It's very well sculpted. They did a good job on this one, just like they did last time around. And then here's the head that just has a smirk on his face, and it really feels like it's inspired by the Arkham Asylum games, like I mentioned before. I might be wrong on that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. You guys think it looks like the Arkham Asylum Joker? And this head is probably my least favorite, and I'll admit I like it a little more than I thought I would. But I don't know, I just kind of feel like even when he's angry and being crazy, he should be laughing. Just my opinion though. Just kind of, that's just how I like the Joker, just always laughing. And, you know, even when he's being scary and intimidating, he should still be smiling. Maybe that's not really accurate. You know, I'm sure he likes to get angry every now and then. But yeah, this head is very well sculpted. The hair is all crazy too. I like how the hair is pretty much different on all these figures. There's a little subtle differences. I mean, on this one, it's a drastic difference, but it's just smooth hair versus messed up hair. This one, the hair's all crazy. This one's all crazy because it's beat up. So yeah, that's cool. It's not like they just retooled the face. All the hair is different. So overall, I'm very satisfied with this figure. I think that Mezco did a great job with it. At first, I thought I was going to be a little bit underwhelmed. I figured it'd be pretty much the same thing as the standard release, but there's enough differences on the figure itself to make it interesting. You know, all the different colors set up. I love the stripes on the suit. That really made me happy when I saw that. And of course, the accessories are awesome, and it definitely takes the figure to another level. That was a big gripe with the original release, that there wasn't enough accessories, and that's a gripe that I agree with. And that's definitely, you know, settled in this case because he came with all kinds of different things. I know that he's a deluxe version and he's an exclusive, so it's going to be hard to get. So hopefully people out there can find him at a decent price, because it sucks that these things go up. So, you know, they reach crazy prices really fast. So I definitely suggest jumping on the Mezco pre-orders. They usually don't sell out that fast, but it sucks because once they do sell out, then, you know, that's when the prices shoot up. But they're usually on Mezco's website for a good couple of hours. I think Joker sold out in like 2 or 3 hours, but you know, that's a lot of time. So if you really want to get the figure, get in there and buy it before other people buy it and sell it for 3 times as much, because that sucks. And I think that's it for the review. So thank you very much for watching. One thing I want to throw out there, Comic-Con is just around the corner. I have a little goal. I always try to set little goals for my channel, and my goal this time around is to reach 7,000 subscribers by the time Comic-Con comes. And right now I'm about 1,100 away, so I don't think it's impossible. You know, it's 1,000 in a month for my channel is quite a bit. So, you know, but I know at Comic-Con there's a lot of content to be posted, a lot of news to talk about, a lot of new figures. So hopefully I could reach that goal. And you know, it'd be really helpful if you're into my channel and you know people that like action figures, be sure to share my stuff. I would really appreciate that. And speaking of Comic-Con, I do plan on having another giveaway. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to give away, but it's going to be some kind of Comic-Con exclusive, and I'll be sure to announce what figure or figures I'm going to give away specifically on the Wednesday of Comic-Con, the preview night, because whatever I could get my hands on that night is what I'm going to be giving away. So stay tuned for all that, and it's going to be, you know, same rules as last year. Share my page, show me proof, blah blah blah. I'll get into that when we get a little bit closer. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. Thank you everybody for all the support. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and peace.